Let me take you to the moment my world turned upside down. I'm bolting through the glass lobby of our Atlanta high-rise, heart hammering like a war drum, when I spot my 12-year-old daughter, Lily, crumpled at the bottom of a marble staircase. Her wheelchair's tipped over, her face twisted in pain, and standing above her, smirking like she just won a twisted game, is Deborah Harris, our HOA dictator. She shoved my disabled daughter down those stairs, thinking she'd break us. Big mistake. Deborah, I'm a professional bodyguard. And within minutes, she's trembling, begging for mercy. Want to know how this nightmare exploded? Buckle up, this story's wilder than a summer storm tearing through Georgia. I'm Ethan Cole, 40, a bodyguard for 15 years, shielding CEOs, pop stars, and the occasional politician who's pissed off the wrong crowd. I've stared down screaming drunks, disarmed knife-wielding nutjobs, and kept my cool in chaos that'd send most folks running. But nothing compares to raising Lily in a glitzy Atlanta condo ruled by Deborah Harris's iron fist. Our building, Starlight Towers, is all sleek glass and rooftop pools, with a community room where Lily loves banging out piano tunes. Sounds like paradise, right? Wrong. It's Deborah's kingdom, and her rules are tighter than a jail cell. She's 55, with hair dyed a blonde so fake it screams midlife crisis, patrolling the halls with a clipboard like it's a grenade launcher. Her voice drips with southern venom, and her perfume could choke a mule. From the day Lily and I moved in 6 months ago, Deborah marked us as enemies. Why? I'm a single dad who doesn't kiss her ring, and Lily, my incredible kid, uses a wheelchair. Lily's got a laugh that could melt ice and a piano talent that stops people cold. She's been navigating mobility issues since birth, but that doesn't slow her down. Her happy place is the community room, rolling up to the grand piano, playing everything from Mozart to Elton John. Neighbors love it well, most of them. To Deborah, Lily's wheelchair scratches her precious floors, and her music's a crime. She actually wrote that in an HOA memo. I nearly spit out my coffee reading it. It started small, like a spark before a wildfire. A week after we settled in, a letter slid under our door. HOA letterhead so fancy it looked like it came from Congress. Mr. Cole, it read, your residence VY OLATS Regulation 12A, unauthorized hallway obstructions. The obstruction? Lily's wheelchair ramp, approved by the building. Deborah called it unsightly and slapped us with a due law 50 fine. She showed up in a pantsuit screaming outlet mall, but swearing its designer, clipboard clutched like a shield. Ethan, she drawled, eyeing Lily practicing piano in our Lee VYing room, we have standards. If you can't meet them, maybe you and your daughter don't belong. I forced a smile, said, we're fine, Deborah, and shut the door before I lost it. She didn't stop. Another letter came, this time about Lily's piano playing in the community room, due law 100 fine for excessive noise. Excessive? Lily's music was the only thing keeping this place alive. I tried talking to her in the lobby, keeping my bodyguard calm. Deborah, Lily plays an hour a day. Neighbors love it. Can we sort this out? She sneered, breath reeking of mints, and hissed, if you can't control her, Ethan the HOA will. I walked away, fists tight, knowing this was war. Neighbors were split. Some, like Mrs. Ellis, a kind retiree who slipped Lily sheet music, whispered support but feared Deborah's fines. Others nodded at HOA meetings while Deborah ranted about property values. At one, she called Lily a liability to the building's image. I gripped my chair, staying quiet for Lily's sake, but inside, I was plotting. Deborah's attacks got bolder. One morning, I found another letter, unauthorized use of communal facilities. Lily's piano sessions were now a due law 150 fine. My kid was playing Beethoven, not throwing a rave. I marched to Deborah's condo, a tacky shrine to gold mirrors and fake ferns. She answered in a leopard print blazer, clipboard ready. Deborah, I said, voice steady. Lily's playing isn't hurting anyone. Drop this. Her eyes narrowed, breath like stale coffee. Your daughter's noise is disruptive, Ethan. Stop it, or I will. I pictured snapping her clipboard, but nodded for Lily's sake. A week later, Lily came home from the community room, eyes down, clutching her piano books. "Dad," she whispered. "Some lady said I'm not allowed there anymore." I knew it was Deborah's minion, probably Carla from the 5th floor, her loyal shadow. I hugged Lily, promising we'd fix it, but I was boiling. I got smart. I started recording every run-in with Deborah, essay VYing every letter, every fine. I set up a discreet hallway camera. If she wanted to fight, I'd be ready. At the next HOA meeting, I tried pleading Lily's case. Big mistake. Deborah ran it like a tyrant, banging her gavel like a judge on a power trip. When I mentioned the piano band, she cut me off. "Mr. Cole," she said, voice oozing fake pity, "we can't have uncontrolled noise. Your daughter's playing is a safety concern." Safety? The way she said it made my skin crawl. I left with a $200 fine for causing a disturbance and a burning need to fight back. Deborah kept piling on. One sweaty afternoon, I caught her measuring our welcome mat with a ruler. "Ethan," she called, "it's an inch too big. That's a $75 fine." I laughed, thinking it was a joke. It wasn't. The fine arrived with a warning about escalation. Escalation? What is she going to do calling a National Guard over a doormat? I swapped it out, grumbling, but slipped Mrs. Ellis a coffee to spy on Deborah. She whispered that Deborah was fining half the building for nonsense like unapproved curtains. Lily tried to stay strong, switching to a keyboard in our condo, but I saw the light fading in her eyes. One night, as I tucked her in, she asked, "Dad, why does Ms. Harris hate us?" I fumbled, saying, "Some people are just angry, kiddo. We're tougher." But her thin smile broke me. I couldn't dodge Deborah's punches anymore. I started hitting every HOA meeting, asking pointed questions about budgets and fines, rattling her cage. Her fake smile twitched, and I could smell her panic. Then Deborah went too far. One muggy morning, a notice was plastered on our door, accusing me of unauthorized security modifications, a motion sensor I'd installed for safety. "Dula, 300 fine, remove it or they confiscate it." I called her, voice tight. "Deborah, I'm a bodyguard. That sensor's legal and necessary. Back off." She laughed, nasal and smug. "Rules apply to everyone, Ethan." I removed it, but my blood was simmering. Then she targeted Lily. She spread lies that Lily's wheelchair was ruining the community room's floors. Lies. Lily's tires were smoother than Deborah's charm, but the rumors spread. Downstairs at the coffee shop, Mr. Rivera, who used to cheer Lily's recitals, wouldn't meet my eyes. The Nelsons stopped inviting Lily to game nights. Even little Sophie, who loved Lily's music, wasn't allowed over. Lily felt it. One evening, she rolled into the kitchen, piano books untouched. "Dad, am I ruining the floors?" My heart shattered. I knelt, saying, "No, sweetheart. Deborah's ruining herself." But I was a volcano ready to blow. Deborah's boldest move came during her building beautification day, a self-serving stunt she hyped at an HOA meeting. She strutted around, clipboard gleaming, declaring, "We're restoring Starlight's elegance, starting with that cluttered community room." I knew she was gunning for Lily. That Saturday, Deborah and her posse Carla, Tom, and a few HOA drones stormed the community room with cleaning supplies and smug grins. Lily was there, playing softly. Deborah barked, "You shouldn't be here, young lady. Your chair's a mess." Lily, bless her, stood her ground. "I'm just playing, Ms. Harris. It's allowed." Deborah's face went red. "Don't talk back," she snapped, snatching Lily's sheet music and tossing it aside. Mrs. Ellis called me in a panic. "Ethan, get to the community room. Deborah's harassing Lily." I was downstairs on a client call and sprinted up, bodyguard instinct screaming. When I arrived, Lily was near tears, her music scattered, and Deborah was lecturing her. I stepped between them, voice sharp. "Deborah, back off my daughter. Now." She smirked. "Control your kid, Ethan, or she's banned for good." The crowd, neighbors, HOA cronies, a few kids went silent. I saw Mrs. Ellis filming. Good. I gathered Lily's music, handed it to her, and said, "We're not done, Deborah." My cameras were rolling. That night, Lily barely spoke, staring at her keyboard. "I don't want to play there anymore, Dad," she whispered. That was it. Deborah had stolen my kid's joy. I fought back. At the next HOA meeting, I brought my EVY Denke folder. When Deborah started her spiel, I stood. Let's talk standards, Deborah. Finding a kid for piano, harassing us over censor. Anyone else sick of this? The room buzzed. Mrs. Ellis and others clapped, but Deborah slammed her gavel. You're out of order, she screeched. Out of order? She was about to be out of power. Days later, we found Lily's piano decoration stickers, a framed recital photo smashed in the community room. A note read, "Clean up your trash." Deborah's handwriting. She blamed Lily, claiming vandalism. I was livid, but stayed calm. My hidden community room camera caught Deborah's car parked late the night before. Gotcha. I started a group chat, Starlight Rebellion, with Mrs. Ellis, the Riveras, even Tom, who ditched Deborah. They sent photos of Deborah's violations, like her unapproved balcony plants. I built a case tighter than a security detail. The breaking point came on a crisp October afternoon. Lily woke up fierce. Dad, she said, gripping her piano books, I'm playing in the community room today. She won't stop me. Pride swelled, but worry gnawed. Deborah was itching for a fight. Still, I couldn't crush Lily's spirit. All right, Lily, I said, checking her phone's emergency alert app linked to mine. I'm nearby. Hit that button if anything's wrong. I was guarding a client next door, thinking I could keep tabs. Worst mistake ever. I was walking my client to his car when my phone blared Lily's alert. Her voice, faint and terrified. Dad, help. She pushed me. My blood froze. I sprinted across the street, boots pounding, instincts screaming. Bursting into Starlight's lobby, I saw her, Lily, crumpled at the bottom of the community room staircase, wheelchair tipped, face in pain. Deborah stood at the top, clipboard in hand, smirking like a predator. She'd pushed my disabled daughter down those stairs, thinking no one would see. Lily, I roared, charging to her side. Deborah flinched, clipboard slipping, but didn't move. Lily's eyes met mine, scared but trusting. Dad, it hurts, she whimpered. I checked her bruises on her arms, a scraped knee. Nothing broken, thank God. My hands shook, not from fear, but from a rage I hadn't felt in years. I lifted Lily into her chair, whispering, You're safe now. Then I faced Deborah, who was babbling to a crowd drawn by Lily's cries. It was an accident, she shrieked. She rolled too close to the edge. Liar. Lily, clutching my hand, said, She pushed me, Dad. Said I don't belong. The world went red. I stepped toward Deborah, my 6'2" frame looming. You pushed my daughter down a staircase, Deborah. I'm a bodyguard, and you just made the biggest mistake of your pathetic life. Her smirk vanished, panic creeping in. Don't threaten me, Ethan, she spat, jabbing her clipboard. You and your problem have been trouble since day one. Problem? She called my kid a problem in front of everyone. Mistake. I saw Mrs. Ellis filming. Perfect. Threaten, I said, loud for all to hear. I'm promising you, Deborah. I've got months of your garbage on tape. This is assault. Her face twisted, fake tears gone. You can't prove anything, she screeched, but the crowd was shifting. Neighbors whispered, phones out, catching her meltdown. Lily, shaken but fierce, whispered, Get her, Dad. That's my girl. I dial my buddy Nate, a security contractor who owed me. Nate, Starlight Towers now. Bring the team. Then I called Atlanta PD, voice steady. Ethan Cole. Assault on a minor at Starlight Towers. Suspects Deborah Harris. Deborah's eyes widened. Police? You're bluffing. Her hand shook. I leaned in, voice ice. I protect people for a levying, Deborah. You attack the one I die for. Game over. Mr. Rivera yelled. You're a disgrace, Deborah. Mrs. Ellis shouted. We got VY Deo. Deborah tried to push through, but I blocked her not with force, just presence. Stay put, I said. You're done. Minutes later, Nate's team rolled up in black SUVs, followed by 2 cop cars, sirens screaming. Deborah looked like she'd swallowed her clipboard. This is my building, she shrieked, but neighbors turned away. An officer approached. I handed over Mrs. Ellis's VY Deo, already on my phone. She pushed my daughter, I said. Maury VY Denke upstairs. The officer nodded. Ma'am, we need to talk. As cops questioned Deborah, I carried Lily to our condo, checking her again. She was sore but joking. Dad, you were like a superhero. I hugged her, promising Deborah would pay. My cameras, Nate's team, and a building full of witnesses were my weapons. Deborah thought she'd won by pushing Lily. She just handed me her downfall. The fallout was swift. After cops hauled Deborah away, her clipboard left like a broken scepter, I iced Lily's bruises, promising she'd never feel that fear again. My phone buzzed, neighbors rallying, Nate offering backup, Mrs. Ellis sending her VY Deo. Crystal clear proof. "This ends her," she said. I backed up everything: footage, recordings, fines. I filed a police report for assault, attaching the EVY Denke. The precinct captain called. "Cole, this is open and shut. She's done." Next, we go to the HOA. I called an emergency meeting, backed by a petition signed by most of Starlight. The conference room was electric. Deborah, out on bail, slunk in, her bravado gone. I stood, EVY Denke folder in hand. "Folks, Deborah's terrorized us, finding kids for piano, harassing families, pushing my daughter downstairs." I played the VY Deo on a projector. Gasps echoed as Lily's wheelchair tipped, Deborah's smirk glaring. She leapt up, shrieking, "It's fabricated." Mrs. Ellis stood. I filmed it. "Deborah, sit down." Cheers erupted. The board voted her out faster than lightning. She stormed off, muttering about lawsuits, but her power was gone. We elected Mrs. Ellis president, who vowed to trash Deborah's rules. Deborah's legal troubles piled up. At her trial, a no-nonsense judge saw through her fake tears, hitting her with assault and reckless endangerment, due law $7,500 fine, 150 hours scrubbing the lobby, 6 months probation. I passed her one day, mopping in an orange vest, hair a mess. "Nice form, Deborah," I called. Her glare could have cracked glass, but she was powerless. I didn't stop there. With a lawyer buddy, I filed a CIVYL suit for emotional distress and Lily's checkup costs. We won due law $30,000, and I knew how to use it. With Mrs. Ellis's help, we revamped the community room wheelchair-accessible piano platform, better lighting, a sign, Lily's music haven. We opened it on a sunny Saturday, neighbors bringing cupcakes, Lily beaming as she played her favorites. Mr. Rivera, who'd shunned us, brought Lily a music book and an apology. "You're a star," he said. I grinned. "Always has been." Deborah vanished. Her condo hit the market, and word is she fled to a duplex in Macon, probably finding her new neighbors for breathing. Starlight Towers changed. The community room buzzed with music lessons, game nights, no fines. Mrs. Ellis started a talent show. Lily's performance stole it. The Nelsons, once Deborah's allies, hosted a potluck, their kids begging Lily for piano tips. The building wasn't just a high-risey, it was home. Watching Lily teach a kid a tune, I felt lighter than I had in months. Deborah tried to break us, but she made us stronger. She thought she could push Lily down and walk away, but a dad's love is tougher than any staircase, and a community's heart can't be silenced. So what do you think? Was Deborah just a bully who snapped, or did she deserve worse than probation and a mop? Should I have confronted her physically when I saw Lily hurt, or was the legal route better? Ever faced a Deborah who thought they owned the world? How'd you fight back? Drop your stories below. I'm all ears. If this tale of music, justice, and karma hit you, smash that like button and subscribe for more. Where are you tuning in from? I'm Ethan Cole, bodyguard, dad, and the guy who knows nobody messes with my daughter and walks away clean. Keep shining and stay fierce.